Hey guys, what's going on? Kel back here once again, representing the 40k YouTube channel, bringing you another Warhammer 40,000 related video. Today, it's something a little bit different. Today, we're going to take a visit to the Warhammer 40,000 community page and have a look at some Necron colour schemes that have apparently been painted by the experts. So we're going to have a quick look at this. I've looked at it very quickly, and some of the colour schemes are quality. So we're going to go through it and review it together. For those of you who are new to 40k, we post Warhammer 40,000 content videos every single day. Things like news, hints, tips, reviews, points videos, painting videos, battle reps, and all kinds of stuff. So if you're into Warhammer 40,000, subscribe to the channel and make us your one-stop shop for everything Warhammer 40,000 related. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribed to the channel thus far. We're up to 222 subs. It's always good when the numbers match. Thank you very much, guys. Massively appreciated by me and Cole. Keep your subscriptions coming, keep your likes coming, keep the comments coming, guys. We do have a few names that have popped up thanks to YouTube notifications, so we'll give a quick shout out to those guys first before we get into the video. And I hope I pronounce these right, as always, guys. So my apologies if I don't. So first of all, we have Jack Crows. Thank you very much, my friend, for subscribing. Michael Slack, thank you very much for subscribing. Adam Johnson, thank you very much. Brack Dawarbos, thank you very much, my friend. I wonder if you know the Pale Orc. Charles Reader, thank you very much, everyone, for subscribing to the channel. If you stick around to the end, guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description and give you a little bit of talk about something else as well. So stick around to the end, and we're going to have an extra little bit of information that I want to go through with you guys. But this video, anyway, Necrons painted by the experts. Let's have a quick look. As you can see, some of the colour schemes are epic. I especially like the one on the left, like the Sandstone with the ice plasma blue colour. Let's have a look and see what are the ones we have. So the new Necrons models in the Indominus box set are glorious. And we couldn't wait to see what some of the expert painters among the Warhammer community could do with them. So we didn't. We sent models out to a number of renowned painters, and the results are staggering. Take a look. Starting off with these guys. This looks cool. The sandstone effect and the ice blue. I love the way the blues are toned on things like the weapons and the gauze blasters. It really bounces off the light coloured sandstone for me. They've kept the metal colour on things like on the cans, on the flared ones. But overall, I love this colour scheme. If I was going to do Necrons, I'd be very, very, very tempted to copy this. I might do a little couple of tweaks here and there, but overall, I'd copy about 90% of this colour scheme. Fantastic. So this is off Gaffrey, I think. With a new edition of the game, it's tradition for a lot of hobbyists to start a new army. And for me, that's the Necrons. I wanted a regal Egyptian thing and chose bone and blue for my main colours. I kept them recognisable as Necrons by painting the majority of them in metallic paints. The bone colour of my Necrons is a lot cooler and less yellow than I use on my Dark Angels Deathwing. I started with the base coat of Corax White, then laid Wraithbone before painting all over with Skeleton Horde Contrast. Interesting. I then glazed on layers of Screaming Skull and edge highlights of Wraithbone. So that's cool. I like the fact that not only have they shown you the colours and the models, but it's a little bit of a guide as well. That's really, really interesting. I love the bone effects. I'm surprised there's no washes on that, but it might not be needed a wash if it's got that contrast paint on. Very interesting. Oh, and now with a hard name. I'm going to pronounce Johann Ergocrans. And we here have a very, very rusty looking Necron with some orange colours on there. This is also a cool looking model. I like the contrasting colours on the edge of, I don't know if you would call it a blade, but the end of the gun where the kind of sword part is, where you've got the silvers and the gold and the brassy colours. Very cool. And the base is very good, and the base looks very detailed, and it goes well with the model. Very, very good. So Johann, I sponged my Necron with Sterland Mud before they were undercoated to give them a bit of texture. That's an interesting technique. They've been in the ground for millions of years after all, so I wanted them to appear really battered and dingy. The lights were painted red and orange / yellow respectively. I really like the evil red glow of the eyes. They make them look very sinister. Very cool. Very, very cool. Next we have Tyler Mengel. Kind of a more of a classic look here with the green. The green very, very bright. Very, very much stands out. That's cool. A little bit of colour in the shoulders. And once again, a very good job with the bases. Bases really bring the models together. I'm a big fan of detailed bases. Tyler says, it's no secret that I'm a fan of the forces of death over in the Age of Sigmar. And that's closer to that in Warhammer 40,000 than the Necrons. When I started painting them, I had two main goals in mind. First, to do a scheme that would be quick and easy to paint at an army level. And secondly, throw a little ancient Egyptian flair in there with homage to a certain Egyptian-inspired army of the world that was. I'd say I completed both of these. Yep, very cool. Very, very cool. I like the sort of the basicness of it, how it's the models themselves are just silver. There might be a little bit of null oil in there and stuff like that, but you can knock maybe 10 of these out ready to go probably in a day. Very, very interesting. Oh, we got some scarabs as well, and even though they're small, same amount of detail has been given there. Love the bases, little bits of brightness, a little bit of white and wraithbone, whatever that is, on top of the base, really pinging it out. The green effect glow. I wonder if this is used with the what's that new paint? The green glow and paint effect that JW has just released. But these look very cool. The warriors took me about 3 days, worth of painting. The scarabs a day, and the plasmancer about 3 days as well. I wanted to spend a bit more time on the characters and more important units to make sure I didn't go overboard, as I wanted it to look like a cohesive force. Well, that's very, very cool. I like that. This plasmancer looks amazing. Love the detail and the way that he's got the crystal in the staff with the kind of the almost white sort of highlights, so it looks like it's like a prism effect. It's really cool. Love the detail he's got on the cloak. All the parts of the cloak look individual. Love the little scarab as well at the very tip of the spear. Very, very good. Love the paint scheme on the head and the eye. Very, very neat paint job. And the base, once again, just the right amount of detail. Very cool. You can tell these guys are I don't know if they are professional painters. I need to look some of them up, but they're much more skilled than I. My original goal was to have a combat patrol worth of models, 25 power level, finished. But I fell a unit of Scorpec Destroyers and Scorpec Destroyer Lord short of that goal. Oh, it's only 4 models, but okay. I'm well on the way though, and I'm already working on the Scorpec Destroyers. I think I've settled on my name for my dynasty as well. The Setrak dynasty, an offshoot of one of the large dynasties. I'm hoping to get all the Necrons from Indomitus done in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and I look forward to adding even more of my new units as they come out. I think the Silent King would look particularly good with a gold cape. There we go. Next we have Richard Gray. Now this thing is like, it's just Terminator silver. It's awesome. Love the red effect on the gun. The only thing I don't like about this, and this is no disrespect to his paint job, is the gun itself. The gun, for me, JW, should have been shoulder mounted. And where the hinge is on the gun, that hinge should have joined on to the axe, so you should have had 2 hands on the axe. But anyway, this paint scheme is, I don't want to use the word basic, but it's silver and it looks like a Terminator, but it stands out so much, especially in the eyes and the head. The shading and the contrast in silver from the head, it really pops out. The gun pops out, and the detail he's got like on the edge of the blade, really good. Fantastic, fantastic job. Richard says, I've been incredibly excited for the Indomitus box, and the new Necrons look amazing. The Scorpec Lord is my favourite model. It's so big, brutal, and downright vicious looking. I wanted to try to capture a dark and aggressive atmosphere in the paintwork and decided that non-metallic paint with red object source lighting was the way to go. NMM is a style of painting that represents metal, but uses colour like grey and white and techniques similar to those used in traditional two-dimensional painting. OSL allows you to make it look like there is a light on the model using paint, rather than using something like LEDs. I tried to keep the colour palette very limited and just relied on the red glow to make the model pop out. I added a small amount of yellow in the form of NMM gold to add interest and make it obvious that he's an important character. I also added some very what is that word? Desaturated green onto the armour, which contrasts against the red glow but also shows the ground reflecting in the armour and helps to sell the metal effect. Okay, Migs. Migs? What a name, Migs. Yeah, Migs, here we have kind of the classical silver and green look. The Lord at the front there, if I can get a view in there, very glowy face. Very, very glowy face. I'm not sure if that much glow is for me, but the rest of them look cool. Very sort of gunmetal, like black metal effect with dark greens. Very evil. I mean, Necrons are evil looking at the best of times, but these are very, very evil looking. Mig says, what a set this is. The evolved and refined silhouettes of the Necrons immediately inspired me to see where I could push their imagery. The concept of Aeon's black metal death came up in a brainstorm, and I knew that would be what to translate onto the models. I knew that would be what to anyway. My 10-year-old son has gotten into the hobby in the past few years and building painting together, as well as working up schemes that create max impact for minimum frustration, has been key to the enjoyment. I strongly recommend that other parents out there invest their time in planning. The return of shared hobby time is such a magical thing. Well said, mate. Very, very well said. And these look, I don't know if these are ones that his son has done or they did them together, but dark, dingy, very cool. And what he's done as well is, which I like, the base is very minimalist, which pulls the eye straight up to the model. It's just got that little bit of detail, little patches of white, and maybe some a shabby bone on the base, but the eyes are immediately drawn up to the darkness of the model, the kind of this death machine coming towards you. Very well done, very well thought out. So here's a look at what we've produced in a week of whirlwind activity. The idea is to add hordes of warriors and more war machines, and finally a white, metallic, extremely brightly glowing Catan shard to lead them all. We've used fluorescent pigments for the green glow, an effect that is quite striking against black metals. Okay. Thanks to all our fantastic painters. If you've been inspired by these creations, you can pick up made up a copy of Indomitus now and start planning your colour scheme. Very, very cool. I need to get my hands on a copy of Indomitus once they come back into stock within my area. But this, I've come back up with this picture because this stands out for me. This kind of Egyptian-looking wraithbone blue plasma thing quality. I would quite happily copy that. Very, very well done, guys. But that's going to be it, guys. Please leave some comments below if you've enjoyed this video. If you're here at the end, drop a like and leave some comments about which ones you like, or any Necrons players out there, what you're going to be doing moving forward. If you're new to 40k, we post Warhammer 40,000 content every single day. Things like hints, tips, reviews, painting videos, all kinds of stuff. So if you're into Warhammer 40,000, subscribe to the channel, guys, and we do our best to do loads of content, and we reply to every single comment you do. What I will say as well is, little bit of extra content, guys. One of the guys who follows the channel is called The Pale Orc. I'll put a link in the description below. He's been a big supporter of the channel, and he's recently done a Q&A video as he's passed 200 subs. He doesn't know that I'm going to do this, but if you would like to click the link, go to his channel, check out his stuff. He does mainly orc stuff, but his kit bashing stuff, from scratch is immense. Anyone out there who likes a good kit bash, check him out. It's some of the stuff that he pumps out. He does Gorks and Morks, killer cans, all kinds of stuff. Go and check him out, guys. You will not be disappointed. And I think as well, he's going to be doing a competition when he gets 250 subs. Don't quote me on that, but I think that he might be. So go and check him out, guys. But yeah, this is going to be Kel, signing off for 40k. Can't wait to read your comments, guys. Signing out, as always, stay safe, look after each other. Until next time, guys, we'll see you all later.